One thing I am often asked by parents of toddlers is how do they get their toddler to sleep in their own bed? If you have a toddler who sleeps in your bed or repeatedly gets out of their own bed, I have some tips and tricks to help your toddler remain in their own bed without having to resort to hard tactics like locking your child in their room or removing the handle from their door. Now, to begin with, your toddler needs to be really comfortable with their bed and their bedroom. And that means not using their bedroom or the threat of an early night as a punishment. Doing so does not create a space that your child is going to want to be in. Make sure you and your child get plenty of awake playtime in their room and on their bed. Initially, you'll want to remain with your child, and when they become comfortable and confident and are beginning to play a little independently, you're going to want to leave the room for a second. Now, you're not trying to sneak out here, and the language that you use is very important. You want to let your child know what you're doing, what you want them to do, and that you'll be right back. Now, you're only going to be out of the room for a second, so have something to do that's really quick. Your child needs something to do. Now, you need to be specific here. For example, I'm going to put these socks in the laundry hamper. I need you to carry on playing with the cars, and I'll be right back. Now, follow through and leave the room for a second. Don't worry if your child follows you out. Repeat what you said you were doing, what you wanted them to do, and then take them back into the room and carry on playing. This stage is building trust, and you want to take this really slow. As your child becomes more comfortable with this, you can then work on increasing the duration that you are out of the room. Don't push too much. It's easier to build trust than rebuild trust. When you're able to be out of the room for 5 minutes or more, you can start doing the same during your child's bedtime routine or when your child has got into bed. Now remember, you need to give them something to do. Just lay there and go to sleep is not going to work. When you leave, you're going to want to reduce the duration that you are out of the room to just a few seconds. You're starting again during your routine or once that they've got into bed. So even if you're able to leave them for 5 minutes during the day, you're starting really short at night. As your child becomes more comfortable with you being out of the room and for the longer durations, they're likely to fall asleep whilst you're out of the room. When your child can fall asleep without you in the room at the beginning of the night, they're more likely to do the same during the night. Now, you may need to do something similar during the night, leaving the room for a short period, coming back, and then gradually increasing the time. But within a short period, your child should be falling asleep independently. Now, this isn't a quick fix by any means, but I think we can all agree that it is most certainly gentle and very respectful.